Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Agony. Today is Wednesday. I'm sure you guys know what that means. It's time for some feedback. So, I just submitted the link in the Patreon for those who are members. You guys can go ahead and submit. And those who have just submitted already, I have your stuff here right now. So yeah, if you are new, welcome to the feedback stream. Just send me some music through the Google form, and I'll give you my best feedback. I do this every week, and people say I'm pretty in depth, so give it a shot. See if my feedback makes you a better person too. You'll be just the best in the world that ever. Okay, well, hope you guys are doing okay today. I think I'm gonna be sick again. I don't know, my nose is like really dry, and I've been like blowing it all day. But hope you guys are doing okay. Just cranking out some new music. You guys are gonna love. I'm gonna have and I'm just waiting for one more song to get sent to me so I can put my showcase because I was waiting on it. But yeah, excited. You guys are gonna love it. I'm also doing like a bunch of 3D stuff now. Like I've gotten really in depth with Blender. So Blender stuff, I just make a lot of 3D. So I really should get back into that. You haven't seen my art. I make all my art myself with that, and doing animations and stuff with Blender is awesome. I like recreated Serum in 3D, which is pretty sweet. I should show you guys that too. I think for you guys I put in the Discord of like what I made, but yeah. Without further ado, let's do some feedback. And I really should get like a glass of water. I'm gonna be talking a lot. Okay, Rich, you are first. Let's go. I was quiet. There we go.
What do you think? I see you're defeated.
Story Wars.
I was here long before you, and will be long after. To be drawn up against me.
Damn. I like the sound design. Sound design is like really bright and crispy, but it's like not distorted a lot, which I appreciate. I like noisy, loud stuff that doesn't sound distorted. I mean, things like obviously, oh, you put like a saturator on there, you know, it doesn't seem that interesting. So I like when people pull that off. It's like a common thing in drum and bass where people like they do a lot of distortion, yeah, sure, but they like mask it in creative ways. One of the ways that you could mask it in Terra is like you could put like a disperser on it, and because the disperser literally changes the phase of stuff, it'll undo the saturation basically, but keep the tone. So it's like some weird cool techniques you can use. Coloring, I use that term when you like take an EQ and you boost a frequency before distorting it and then undo that frequency boost with like a cut after distortion. It's a really cool technique, but that's like a thing you do in drum and bass to get cool tones without sounding like a dumb distortion. And that's also why, like, sometimes when you put distortion on something, it just sounds good off the bat because the tones that you're putting into it are like made in a certain way that sounds good, and you probably don't even know it. But other times you put saturation on a bass or something, you're like, oh, why does this sound so bad? But there's like a bunch of stuff underlying. If you understand that, you can make really loud sounds that sound crunchy and big without, being blown out. This, I think you're like using a lot of the basses from the original. It's the Modal Nose song that everybody likes. I think this is like their best song, like to date. That's like the song. Um, so yeah, good job with the sampling. It's a bootleg, so it's whatever. You're not gonna get like a crazy creative thing with a bootleg. But I appreciate the sound design. I just think it is harsh. It is a really noisy, harsh texture, and you could just do with less of that. It's like really bright, like really, really bright and airy. Like I'm talking 10K hertz above. It's very harsh. If you listen to any other song, it doesn't really have that much. And when you have high end like that, your high end is really important to keep clean, and don't push too hard because it does just make things messy. It's something that, yes, can make it sound loud and energetic and bright, but it's like a diminishing return. It's hard to balance. Like it is just hard to balance. The whole topic on tonal balance, in general, is really interesting because how do you know where your highs and mids and lows should be? Like it's one thing to mix them all together, but how do you know, like, at the end result if your highs are too loud? And that's just something you can't really like conceptualize without hearing other things. You like need a reference, and it also like comes with like hearing damage and blah 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 blah, hearing fatigue. Yeah, so just take out the noise a little bit. I think the worst part of this is your sub. I know your sub is kind of like with the granular noisy thing, but it is really, really messy. It is on the other side of the fence of it being just too noisy, messy, washy, and I can't appreciate the sub because it's like it's ringing and it's rumbling, and it's like in a high pitch too. Like I can't appreciate the sound design with the sub like that. If you could find a way to like pitch it down, literally you could add the plugin like Bassador on it. I think it would work pretty well. It has like pretty okay pitch tracking. But Bassador just takes like the note, whatever you have, and then pitches it down like an octave or something, or try to generate a tone. Some weird magic, okay? Like I don't need to get into it. But that could be a lifesaver for this sound, and it could keep a lot of the rumbliness and thick, gooey sludge sub you have. So definitely check that out, I guess, or like try to sample something. That's just my thought. Oh, you have Bassador on now already?
Experience to be drawn up against me.
And one last thing, I think it's a really cool, like, full song, but there aren't the elements that made the original cool. Like the thing that made the original one cool is it's like a rhythm bass playing sweet, and then the magic that made it actually sound like a really hit song was the sampling of Star Wars lasers and all that. You're losing that here with making new sounds. You're losing the nuance of the sampling. So you'll need to add some more stuff in. So more samples just could be cool. I don't want to hear just the bass. I want to hear, if you're going for the Star Wars theme, I want to hear TIE fighters shooting more lasers. I want to hear different pistol sounds. I want to hear a lightsaber. Just any effect that you think would sound cool, just add more. Just it doesn't need just be a bass, man. But yeah, thank you for submitting this. This is very cool. I still just can't believe that Star Wars dubstep has like taken so long to actually be good. Like that stuff, Star Wars has been around for so long, and we just now figured out how to make it sound good. Shaking my feet, dude. Like sampling it too. Like no one has sampled any Star Wars sounds, and that's just mind-boggling to me. Like I can't think of a song that has sampled Star Wars. I can come up, please. Yeah, hopefully Agony Clouds with me. That'd be really cool. These eighth notes, man, sound really crunchy. Oh boy. Darn. Dang it. That's sick. I think overall this is like fantastic. It's like the arrangement sounds great. The arrangement sounds really good. I've always talked about how your arrangement is good. Like it is very, very solid. Mastering sounds fine. Okay, this is the only things I have. The screech in the drop, like right here, it is just a tad too loud, like maybe a decibel. That's it. So, and maybe your master could be just a bit quieter too. I think you're pushing things just a bit too far. What's up, young cholesterol? Sick name. I think your master is pushed a little too much. and your screech is just a little too loud. I think the big thing that kind of annoys me is the sub. The sub is really like rounded off. And I talk about this kind of thing a lot where it sounds amateur when your sub is saturated and it's like all the harmonics are in a certain curve that like the saturator is using. So like if you're using a soft saturator, like your second, third, fourth, fifth, all those harmonics are gonna diminish like at a certain rate. Like they're gonna just roll off the higher they go. The higher, you know. Um, and it just sounds really amateur. And you mostly hear it with like the third and fifth harmonic. Those are the things that make it like, oh, this is like really like a really oversaturated sound. Um, you should have some way to sneak the bare sub, the first harmonic out so it like stands out more because it sounds really just oversaturated. If you're using something like Serum, for example, if you're using Serum for your sub, your gun, whatever, you can have it go to like a saturator, and then you can also have you can either send like a clean output of the sub out as well through the same chain that just bypasses the distortion, and that way you can mix in like how much of the first harmonic you want in there. Or if it's like if you have the gun already in there, you can have it send to like a bus and then saturate it there and then have the clean one mixed in. Just some way, if you don't have any solution at all, it's a sample and it's terrible, just you can probably just cut some of the low mids. But it's just like the first harmonic thing needs to be louder. Do you F with meme rap or would you rather a beat? Whatever you send is fine if you produced it. If you are a shitty rapper that just raps over things, I don't want to fucking hear it. If you produce music, I want to hear it. I'm tired of people sending me their little raps, and they're like, "What do you think it's rap?" I think you could have rapped faster. I don't know. You could have said something cooler. Like, how am I gonna help you? It's so lame. Uh, I'm late. What did I miss? Nothing really. I was commenting on your song. All the notes are here. My main note was the master's too loud. Just a little bit. Like these things are like fine tuning things. I think you're kind of going on the more adventurous side of mastering, just making it a little too loud. Tone down a little bit, and your sub, your first harmonic could be louder. That's all. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of rapping and singing, but I sent a beat. Okay, if you made it, then that's fine. Yeah, Mecha Wolf, dude, you should just like start releasing. Like, this is good. Move on to another song, and then make that one. I think this is like the third time I've heard this one, and yes, every time you send it, it gets better, but you just need to make more new stuff. Like, you need to make more, more, more. If you have like 4 songs ready to release that are just sitting, make a release plan with them. Make them release like once a month, you know, and then send to people, whatever. I advise not doing an EP because EPs don't get that much attention. That's something you have to do later on. Real so it's exclamation point submit, but I should make a command that's like that too. I'm glad I know what to make an EP. I would say don't make an EP. Just do singles. Release a single once every month. Single's gonna get more attention than an EP, and it spreads your discography out longer. And it also gives you time to make more music, because if you release all those songs at once, then well, I'm gonna wait 6 months for another 4 songs. It's gonna help you be more consistent with your releases, and it's just gonna make more sense. Like, it's just how it is, man. Singles are the method. EPs are, I think, really niche, and albums, I think, are pretty much a waste of time unless you're already really well known. Like there's that thing with album hype that you never hear unless it's like a big artist. No one cares about an album dropping with a rhythm producer or does a producer when they have no audience. Not to be mean, but that applies to me too. Yeah, thank you for submitting, Mecha Wolf. It's always great to hear. Please make more stuff. Make more. Just get on making new stuff. Okay, and now we are on the regular feedback. Send some OG EDM. Hope you're open to all kind of EDM. I am. We are EDM friendly here. Neochrono. Neochrono, I see you submit like a bunch of stuff, but like, where are you releasing them? Oh, I heard this one. Ooh. Wow. This is sick. That's actually great. I think your sub here is a little too loud and it's like drowning out the top bass. Not exactly sure why that's happening. I think I told you to boost the sub, like the fundamental, in the last time you submitted. I think the sub's just a little too loud, like simply put. Like you could probably duck the entire low end with like a low shelf, and then it would like bring the top end back a bit. But yes, as far as like the sub goes, a sub shape, I like how it sounds a lot more. It's just now it's too loud. So just dial it back a little bit and it'll be fine. I like your arrangement. It sounds nice and busy. I think you did add like extra things around it. Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, from my last feedback, I only have one thing that I still think needs to be changed, but like the sidechain, your sidechain still is like an issue. Your sidechain's like too long. You have a busy kick, okay? When you have a busy kick that is playing anything other than just it's gonna start sounding weird when you introduce sidechain on those areas, and you're not emphasizing those kicks, so it's not like a Wook song where it going, you know, it's not hinging off the kick rhythm. It's kind of like you're accenting the basses and kind of adding like ghost kicks or something. The problem is that you're putting sidechain on these accented kicks when you don't really need them to be sidechained. There's two solutions to this. One, don't sidechain those accented kicks at all, or make them really, really short and like they're not really there. Or shorten your kick. If you shorten your kick depending on how you're sidechaining, if you're using like compensator or something, or not compensator, compactor, like the ring mod stuff, if using that to sidechain, then making the kick shorter will just make it shorter. To sidechain shorter, that is. But it's just interrupting the flow in the rhythm. It sounds awkward when that sidechain comes in. So just try either one of those solutions. They should work. I kind of lean towards the just really tiny short sidechain that just literally just covers the transient and that's it. Or just no sidechain at all. That's kind of like my go-to way of doing it. But try any of those ways and see if they work better. Your mix sounds fantastic though. Nice gritty, just fix this up in that one part and you'll be good. So thank you for submitting, Neochrono. Hope to see you next week. Okay, Pyria. Pyria is next up. Kill 3. I'm not even like reading this. I thought it was a cat face. Okay.
That's nothing. Outgassing, don't worry about it.
I like the growl.
There's no escape from a redeemer.
So this is like a horror aesthetic. It's like instead of the monster like being scary, it's like tear out. This like reminds me of Deadlock. This part here sounds like the little intro song. Whoa, why is it? Why did it get quieter? Okay, sweet. I like the drops. I think the mixing could have been a little better. But you have a pretty nice theme you're going for. I just don't exactly know what it is. It's kind of like a I kind of know kind of thing, and yeah, that's all I get. Like, you're trying to get a theme. I get it. It's supposed to be like a horror theme, and what I can gather is it's like a monster or something. But it's very vague. So work on like what the story is. Uh, I don't even think you really need stories with this kind of stuff, but it's still cool. And it sounds like you're inspired by like Space System to some extent, because he uses like samples from old movies, like alien movies. And he has like some kind of story foundation, but he executes it in a really fantastic way where it doesn't take that much time to like understand like the theme of it. And he also makes it like very musical where everything sounds together. This you don't really have anything musical happening. It's just like kind of like an effects reel. It just sounds like a bunch of effects and like someone's stomping through. It sounds like that one music CD thing you get in Minecraft called like 13 or 11. It's either one of those. I think it's 13. Or it's just like someone walking through a hallway and it's scary. Okay? Like that's not really music. So if you could just add something musical before the drop, doesn't only be musical, but it's just like footsteps and then be like, what was that? And then the drop comes.
Outgassing, don't worry about it.
And I understand what you're trying to do. It's like a jump scare, like that you're getting jump scared by Tear Out. It's kind of funny to think about. But I don't think it's something to do like a jump scare with. If you're gonna do a jump scare, I think a fake out would be better to use as that kind of thing. But I don't know. You're like going to like this weird abstract thing. Okay, so the gun sounds cool. I think all your sound design is pretty solid. Just all together. I like your growls. Your growls are pretty nice. They stand out for me. But your drums sound weird. Your drums sound squishy. It sounds like I got a sponge and I stepped on it. Like that's the sound they're making, and it sounds weird. So it's such like a transient issue thing. I don't know what you're using for a transient. Is it like a laser that you're putting over your drums? I don't know, but it sounds weird, and it's not making the drums hit hard. It's just kind of sounds like a laser. It's mainly your kick that sounds like that. Like your snare sounds okay. It could be a better snare. It's not like wide. It's kind of just mid heavy. The transient is okay. And here, like I don't even know where the transient is. It just sounds really sloppy. Like it's something changed from here to here. Like it sounds more crisp in this area, and then it just turns. Like I think you're layering a clap over it. Nah, I think that's kind of a bad decision, but okay. In general, this is like a general thing with the build-ups. The whole reason you're making a build-up is to build tension. Okay, you want to build tension so that the listener feels like something's gonna happen, and it pays off. Like you're anticipating something, and then it happens. You know that feeling where you're looking at the TV screen, you're watching the little DVD icon bounce around the sides of the screen, and you're like waiting for it to hit the corner. It's that kind of thing. Like you're anticipating it happening, and when it happens, you feel satisfied and gratified. You want that to happen. That's why those are so popular. And I know you're going for the jump scare aesthetic, but imagine how they do it in a horror movie. They have some kind of build up. Like if you want to talk about, they have suspense. They build it. It's just the suspense they build up takes longer, and just it's a movie. Like they have movies, okay? They have like hours to work with. You have what, maybe 3 minutes to get something. So you need to have some way to build suspense because you have none. You don't have any crescendo where there's instruments rising. You don't have any risers that are making me feel like uneasy. You just have voices. So work on that, get some more instrumentation in there to get that suspense and tension, and that way when the drop comes, it doesn't just sound like you put it there by accident or like you're getting hit by a train. You know, when I get hit by a train, I actually want to know that I got hit by a train. I don't want to just die, you know? Like, what's the fun in that? I get hit by a train, I walk in front of the highway, and then it's lights out. Like, I want to know what hit me. Come on. Like, a nuclear war happens. Okay, you are dead center where the nuke hits. I want to see the nuke. I want to see it go off. Come on. At least let me experience it before everything goes black, okay? That's do something there. Okay. That's all the feedback I really have for you. Yeah, your sound design's pretty solid. I like your guns, I like your growls. Your drums just need a bit better mixing because they sound squishy and the transients are kind of wonky. I think your clap, I think it's like a clap you're layering on the second part that I complained about. You could just like fade in the transient on the clap just a little bit so the transient, the snare comes through cleanly. What else I say? It's just like everything around the drop just needs like, it needs just stuff. You have a foundation, cool. It's a whip. You found foundation, build off of it. That's all. So yeah, thank you for submitting. And we're off to the next one. We got Vok. To just wait, like a few years from now, you're gonna have Hazbin Hotel rhythm remixes. Like Hazbin Hotel is gonna be considered like a vintage cartoon. You know, people like sample old cartoons and stuff. Hazbin Hotel is gonna be one of them, and then you're gonna hear like one of the characters say something with a dubstep drop. They already did it with Rick and Morty. Just wait, just wait. They're gonna do it. Hazbin Hotel is gonna have it. I'm telling you. I didn't mean to skip the entire thing. I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck. Fuck is a pretty cool name. Let's do this show. Hello, the boss.
Man has discovered a virtually unlimited source of power.
Ooh.
Years of painstaking research and experimentation.
Damn. Oh, damn. Dude, that was sick. I like that. It's one of the few times I'll somewhat enjoy a rhythm song. The only thing that made me like enjoy this was the bass. I like when basses are gritty like that and they just sound really snarly. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to not get carried away with making a bass and making it sound really heavy and distorted. And so there's like a nice subtlety with having it sound like this dry and gritty. So it sounds cool. I mean, yeah, the only thing I think you could change with the bass is the pitch. If you have a pitch bend that goes like wow, wah, 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 because it just makes it sound cool, and everybody loves the sound of a sub sliding up and down. Like everybody loves the sound of a sub just going up and down like that. Like they think it's really cool. That's the only thing I can recommend. I'm listening back to it. I think there's some other things you could make better. You have like reverb in the background, and it just sounds like it's at like an infinite decay, and it's there for like effects and just to fill up some space. But I don't like it because it feels like it's not serving any purpose. Like it's just there. And it's not enhancing the basses. It's not making it sound more full. It just sounds like it's background noise. When you're like recording guitar or something, or anything for that matter, you have background noise in the recording, and ideally you want all that background noise gone so you can focus on, the recording. And that's what it sounds like here. It sounds like it's background noise. Like it sounds unwanted. I think if this reverb is triggered by the bass, make the reverb decay a lot lower. Like make it 1 second at most. You don't want it to be that long, because then it'll just sound like background is like this is. Okay, it's gonna not sound that great. Do that, or replace it entirely with something else. Try adding like high pitch stuff, something that sounds like it's a tone, or just other effects. I just put that in there too, like add more effects would just be sound cool. Like you add more fills, whatever makes it sound more interesting than just rhythm yawing yawing yawing. But make the background effects have purpose. Make them fill up like actual space. They can play the root note, the fifth, or whatever. They just need more like purpose, not just reverb. But that's all the feedback I have for you. So nice. And I'm assuming this is like your new alt alias. Because I see there's a few people I recognize in here. But yeah, it's like your alt alias, I guess, and you're like making plates. So yeah, it sounds cool. I mean, there's that website too called Platelist. If you are familiar with that, you could put your plates on there and then buy and sell. But I don't exactly know how much, how many sales you're gonna get from that. I don't know how used the website is. Like if there's many people on there. I just know it's a place for British people to sell stuff, and some prominent British people are on there. Yeah, so nice. I think I'll be doing okay. Oh, I put the link in the wrong thing. Hello? Okay, I don't know why that happened. You're welcome. Nice. I have two things on the drop. The drop is sick. I love the drop. Your transition into this other part, pretty cool. I like it, but I don't like this acoustic snare. Usually I like transitions with acoustic snares. It's just not hitting for me. It's not, I don't know how to explain it. Like the drop isn't transforming into something else enough to warrant the change in the snare. Like I like the rim shot kind of sound here. It sounds like a rim shot clap kind of thing. You're just like taking away completely like the sound that you have, and it just sounds like a different snare entirely. Like I don't understand why. There's no reason for that. I think it'd be cool for something later when you have sounds that complement it more, but I think it works much better with a more synthetic sounding clap rim shot thing. So I'll just completely get rid of the snare. Okay. I don't want to say mean things, but man, I do not like this melodic writing one bit. These little chords are fine. Okay, they can work, but I don't know what this lead is, man. What is this lead? That sounds really goofy. It's not only like the sound of the synth that sounds goofy too, because I don't like the sound design of that lead. It sounds really goofy and weird. But it's like you're like doing these half note jumps. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. It sounds really weird. I don't know what you're doing. Also, like it just doesn't make any sense. Like melodically, this doesn't resolve anything. It's not playing any of the relative notes of the chords. It's not like it sounds really uncorrelated. I don't know. Like, is it in the same key even? Whatever it may be, it needs to be redone like urgently. That writing is not good. So, yar. That's all the thing I have for you, Neo Chrono. So thank you for submitting, and yeah, just work on that thing, please. Thank you. Off to the next one. We have Zeroed. Okay. Cool. Let's talk about this thing first, because it's just So you're trying to like write a melody with a sub bass kind of thing, or just like a bass. That's not recommended to do that. When you write something with a bass, you are kind of taking away stability in the harmony, because the lowest notes are going to be the most stable, and if they're not stable, then they are chaotic, and this is very chaotic, and they aren't helping you with anything, frankly. You're not resonating with them, you're not harmonizing with the bass, and it's playing like it's using like a half note and whole note intervals, and it's using them a lot. It just never sounds good. You'll never have a good sounding bass that moves this much with like a rhythm bass. Like, it doesn't sound good. And you have this ARP in the background, and it's also just completely detached from the sub, or I should just say the bass. It's completely detached from the bass, so it sounds just really weird. These things aren't harmonizing. Like, it's just not. I think you should just redo this entire structure here. You just went through 3 snares in a span of 30 seconds. Can you stick to 1 snare, please? 1 snare? Like, you had the snare transition over here. It's like, okay, you're being a little crazy, but, you know, I'll let it slide. And then you change it again. Just stick to 1 of the 2 snares here, please. You could have like an A-B thing, like the first 4 bars are this snare, and the next 4 bars are this snare. You know, they alternate this snare, that snare, this snare, that snare. But too many snares, too many. And another snare. I'm just kidding. This part's fine. It's metal, but oh my gosh, it makes me hate that bass so much. It just, please rewrite that entire bass line. It just sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I actually think this part of the drop sounds pretty cool, but you have like this really crazy harsh sound. It's like whoosh, 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 whoosh. Like it's like noise. It's just noise. Well, it's gotta say, it sounds like noise. And it's playing like quarter notes, and it's going in my ear really loud. I can't hear anything. I'm deaf now. I get you're trying to like make that be like a space filler kind of thing, make it sound more intense, but holy, it is way too loud. Okay, so those are the main things. The last thing to mention is your structure. Your structure is really weak. It sounds like just building blocks so far. You have intro, okay, 8 bars. You have build up, okay, or yeah, 8 bars. You have drop, 8 bars. You have drop part B, 8 bars. Okay, we're going to the bridge. Okay, we're gonna do another build up, 8 bars. Drop 2, 8 bars. The second half, another 8 bars. 8 bars, outro. Like, that just is boring. I need more. I need more alterations. I need cooler transitions. It just sounds like exactly like that. And sure, you can break things down into just like 8 bars, but in between those 8 bars are what make the difference. Like you can have a 1 bar fill after you play 7 bars. So like you could say it would be 8 bars long for a drop or something. But the final bar could be like a fill. It could be a transition to the next part. It could be playing a whole different instrument. It's adding something. Or it could be like half a bar. You could have something like that. And you're doing it a little bit. You don't even know it. But you're also not aware enough to add to your structure and make it sound cooler and add little flares and things that make it sound more interesting, because all I hear so far is 8 bars of, your drums, your bass playing, and that's it. It's not progressing towards something. It's not changing tone. It's just the same thing for 8 bars. And then the second bar happens, another 8 bars, and like you change the snare or something. It's like, okay, I get it. Just add something to it. You need to learn how to make more unique structures that grab my attention and, exceed my expectations, because I could have just played the first 1 minute of this song and known what the rest would sound like. So that's my advice for that. So thank you for submitting, Zeroed. Hope that helps. And we're off to the next one. Oh, sweet. We have Young Cholesterol on here. I think it's the rap person. But before we do that one, Avada has submitted. So we'll listen to Avada's first because he's a paying member. Ooh.
Take this!
Oh. Brother. Holy. Okay, I like pretty much everything in this. The single and only comment I have is that the bass could change a little bit. Like you have a tone change after the 8 bars. It's not obvious enough, and it's probably because it's a whip. So who knows? But wow, this fake out was great.
Take this!
Like, dude, the way you executed that was flawless. That was amazing. Goodness gracious. Oh. I think I'm just gonna follow you. Like, that was great. I think people would buy a lot of your plates if you like sold them like that. I think a lot of people would be willing to capitalist. Finally been waiting for this day. Dude, I mean, your quality is just great. Every time I give you feedback, you like fix it and you do a really good job implementing my feedback. Like I have no complaints at all. Damn. Nice job. Great stuff. Okay. Yes, thank you for submitting Avada, and I just had to do it. I had to follow you. You submitted too many good songs in a row that I haven't said that much about. For me to not follow you. Like it had to come eventually. I knew it was happening. It was only a amount of time. Sweet. I hope your plates get sold a lot. If I'm being completely honest, I still don't understand plate culture. Like I just don't get it. A lot of things don't make sense. Like people post their plates publicly on this SoundCloud. I just don't understand like what's keeping someone from just ripping the audio and playing it out or something. Like why? I don't understand. Like are they gonna get outcasted? And outcasted by who? Like why would a venue care if someone ripped a plate? And how would you even know? Like I just don't understand. And so many things don't make sense. Like I just don't understand. That's how I'm gonna put it. Like I need to like sit down and like ask all the questions about plate culture because it like never makes sense to me. It's just like a way for people to make money, and it's money that circulates in the rhythm scene for like DJs and stuff. I just don't know. People make a lot of money apparently off of it, but it's just weird to me. Like I don't know how it works. Like the entire buyer market is the people who make the plates, which I think is kind of funny. Anyways. Hello, Retcon. Guys, let's give him a chance. Let's hear him out. Okay. This could not go any slower. Okay. I really thought it was gonna be like way more impactful. This bump looked interesting, but nah. This is 80s rock. Okay, I've had enough. Dude. It would be great in an elevator. This is an extremely niche market that this could fit of like like phone line holding, yeah, you know, like those songs. Or like those jingles that play when you need to take your medication or something. Dude, this sucks. Okay. It's been a while since I said that to someone's song because I'm too nice of a person. Just kidding. I'm really mean. I just pretend not to be mean. But this sucks. It sucks. Your drums suck. Your writing suck. Your instrumentation is terrible. You said it's 80s rock. What is 80s about this? There's nothing that is remotely 80s. You have a faint guitar lead that's it's so pushed far back in the background. It sounded like a flute. Like I thought this was like a Japanese instrument playing like some kind of flute, and I was like, oh, is this like what you're going for? No, it's a guitar solo. It's just so whistly and from the background I can't hear it. It does everything to be drowned in reverb. What is 80s just reverb? I don't understand. This is not what I think of at all when I hear 80s. And let's just get this out of the way. Your name is Young Cholesterol. No one's listening to you with this name. You are dead. Brother. Yeah, this is like just a joke alias. Like, come on. Waste my time with a joke alias. Asking for genuine feedback. Like, no, dude. You're not taking it seriously. This is why I don't listen to rappers. Okay? When a rapper says, can I send a beat? The biggest red flag is when they say beat. Can I send a beat? No, bitch. Because they didn't even make half the stuff anyways. Like, so lame. Get the fuck out of here. Actual loser. I'm sorry, that's too mean. I need to take that back. I'm sorry. Can I send? Oh gosh, someone new came in when I was yelling at the person. Sorry. Shouldn't have seen that. Yes, you can send anything you want as long as you produce it. If you wrote the thing and you didn't have it written by ChatGPT, then it's fine. I give production advice. So if you want actual advice, send it to me. I've changed thousands of lives. Thousands. Oh, this is the guy that said it was like other EDM. So. Life changing. I love Real So. version 13, version 1? Explain that. Uh, Young CR, it's a forum on Google. You can access it on the Patreon link. You can join as a free member. Okay, real so. This is good. I like it. Generally, people send me melodic stuff. You know, they have some kind of experience with music, so usually turns out good. I like the way you wrote this song, and the feedback I'm going to give you is going to be more like technical things. I don't have much to say about the writing, because albeit it is good, it is also pretty safe, just putting that out there. You're not writing like a really crazy solo lead or anything. It's just like, okay, it's a progressive house song, it's catchy, that's all that matters. The things that you could make better are the build-up. The build-up is the one that I think needs more attention. So when you have your intro that is as full as this, you have a lot of instruments, you have the vocal coming in, you have some kind of drums playing. The build-up is building that energy up. That's why it's called the build-up. But I think you are making the mistake of adding all the instruments in the build-up. Like, your kick is playing, your clap is playing. A lot of things are just playing at the same time. You can just cut out those elements, solo it a little bit more so it sounds more airy, and that would keep a lot of the energy of it building up and rising. Like, you don't need the kick there. I think the kick is like the most obvious part of this, but make it sound dry at first and then get more wet. And I think it also just high pass it sooner when the buildup hits. It is also too loud. Like, your kick here is just really loud. Maybe it'll sound quieter if you don't have the kick, but you want to be slightly quieter than the drop at the very end of the build-up, so that the build-up, when it hits, it is nice and loud and thick. Okay, and the other thing to mention is your kick. It is very boomy. Like, I can hear it go boo, boo, boo. Okay. You have a really boomy kick and a sub bass, and they sound like they're overlapping. Listen closely. They sound like, they don't sound that bad actually, but the kick is just too boomy still. I think it would make the low end sound a lot cleaner if you just made the tail end of the kick shorter. I think the good rule of thumb for like house music is you cut it after the offbeat. So anything that is beyond the offbeat, just cut it, you know, and just add a fade in, fade out or whatever. You know, that'll add like a pumping and also emphasize your offbeat, which would be really cool. Okay, the other thing, this is it can be a vocal thing that you implement with your vocalist, depending on how you commissioned her, or, you know, how you obtained it. If it's just like a vocal that's in a sample pack or something, then I guess you can't do much about it. But harmonization for vocals is extremely important, every single song that has vocals in it has some kind of harmonization. This doesn't really have anything. The most basic way you can add it is with vocoders. Just have your chords play in this section.
Even when you change, my heart stays the same.
And just add some harmonization. Or yeah, you could sing yourself.
These eyes will never
But it just sounds like one voice. It's not thick, it's not full. And this just needs to be implemented more.
ever let you turn away. I wanna fight, I wanna make it better.
Negative 1.5 decibels just before the drop. Haha. Depends on where you mean for the drop, because it could be right before the drop, like the very millisecond before the drop, or it could be in the build-up. I think where it matters the most is in the build-up. Like this part is simply too loud, and even if you have an automation that goes down to like the very first downbeat, you're not gonna perceive it. I think you could probably just take down the entire build-up that much. But it's mostly just this section. Like whatever can make this section just a little bit quieter, I think would be better. And the last thing I have to talk about is the reverb. I know it's a thing with progressive house and really anything that is like a festival kind of aesthetic for like EDC or something. But the reverb's a lot. You put a lot of reverb on this. I think it's making it a little messy. I get that you're wanting to be really thick and full, but reverb innately makes things really messy and washy, and this is tipping over into the too washy territory. To make things easier to make the reverb sound less so washy is to filter it. So whatever filter plugin you're using, usually they have some kind of filter just built into it. High passing your reverb will always make it sound less messy at the cost of making it less full, but I think it would be worth it to do this more. If you have like Valhalla, I think Valhalla Room has a high pass built into it now. So something like putting it to like 600 hertz, I think would be a good area. Reverb sits nicely in the mid-high range. So anything around like 500 hertz and up is usually pretty good, and also depends on like the slope that the high pass has. So yes, and I'm talking about the drop, but I think it is mainly the lead. But any of the instruments that you have might also just have a lot of reverb drowning the whole mix out. I think it should just be quieter reverb. And that goes into like reverb's used a lot to fill up space, but people don't realize you can fill up space with other instruments. Like, what is the reverb doing? It is blurring the incoming audio and it's delaying the signal so it sounds like it's in a large area. What else could you do for that effect? You have things like pads, you have drones, you have a lot of other instruments. You could just have another instrument playing a pedal note, and it just sustains through the entire song, and it would make it sound big and full. So there's other ways you can make it sound big and full without using a crap ton of reverb. So just keep that in mind. Reverb will always make it messier. It's just how much mess you want to deal with. I try to stay away from it personally because it can be really bad. But yeah, thank you for submitting. I think your master sounded pretty good since you mentioned that it was like your first master. It sounded pretty good. No real complaints there. I think the drums could have been a bit more crisp, but that's just kind of like me. But yeah, thank you for submitting. And yeah, what's the next one? Why are bots in my chat still? I put a filter on, it's not finding the filter. Okay. Next up, we have Broadway.
I don't wanna fall in love.
I don't wanna fall in love.
I just wanna have some fun. I just wanna have some fun. Have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love.
I don't wanna fall in love.
I just wanna have some fun. I just wanna have some fun. Have some fun.
Nice. I like that. A few things I'd like to say about this is the kick is just a weird sounding kick. This sounds like a progressive house kick, like the song we just listened to. It doesn't fit this vibe. Kicks that are used for this one sound a lot punchier. This is like a really clicky, kind of like a sustained kick sound. The kick you're wanting is something that sounds like a doo doo doo, like it has a lot of mid-range punch in it. Think of something like Knock 2. He doesn't use like progressive house kicks. He uses more like punchy kicks. I think it'll just make the song sound a lot better. And the side chain is also quite long. It has a very, very aggressive pumping sound.
Have some fun.
I think those like laser sounds are not good in the background. I kind of get what you're going for. You're going for like the ISO XO like Knock 2 thing. I think you are inspired by Knock 2 actually. It just sounds like a poorly sound designed sound simply. Those sounds don't actually have tones. They're really just lasers. They're like lasers that are filtered really weirdly. You should find something that helps you sound design those things. I can make a video on Patreon that explains how to sound design them if you guys want. But they are more complex than you think, than you lead on. But if you want something similar, you can just make a simple laser, like a saw wave that just pitches down, or It could be white noise that's bandpass filtered that's also just sweeping down really fast.
I don't wanna fall in love.
I just wanna have some fun.
I think your writing's pretty good. It's just those few things, and yeah, that's all I really have for you. So thank you for submitting Broadway or Enzo. Really good stuff. It's nice to have someone that makes like electro-ish songs in the community. I love electro. I'm a big electro guy. I used to make electro a lot. So yeah, I might go back to my roots. I might just make electro again, bro.
Cánh hoa héo tàn, cũng đã tan, tim em đang ngủ yên, cớ sao
All right.
vội vàng yêu làm gì, lạnh lùng tàn nhẫn quay đi, để hôm nay cô níu kéo cũng ích gì, giống như một vở kịch ngầu, anh diễn trọn cả hai vai, yêu thương trao về ai,
What the hell?
không em còn mãi, xa anh sẽ phải, cô đơn suốt bao đêm dài, hãy chưa tương lai anh đã bỏ lại, có lẽ em đã không còn nước mắt, xin người đừng oán trách, rằng tại vì sau mỗi lúc đau em không hề khóc, yêu anh như kẻ ngu si, tin anh như người mất trí, em thét gào giữa mênh mông thực thực hư ảo, mây lấp đi tóc trời trôi nắng, phủ kín cả yêu thương, liệu nụ cười ấy có thể giấu đi bao nhiêu tổn thương, yêu anh một đường trái hướng, tim em ngăn dọc vết xước, hoa đào bên đường, thương vẫn chỉ để lòng còn thương.
Oh. Oh. Hold up. Why does this make me think of Maya he, Maya who, Maya ha, Maya ha ha? That sounds like the song. That's that song. Like I thought that was. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? That's what it is. Maria he, Maria ha, Maria ha ha. Oh my gosh. I like it though. I like it. I'm just a little freak for these leads. These leads like shut off my brain actually and fill it with serotonin and dopamine and whatever the it takes all my cortisol out of my body. I love the leads, the big, thick, giant melodic leads. My brain shuts off. I love them. Ah! What the hell is this? It switched. Drop it. Man, I do not like that kick at all, but whoa. Okay. The melodic writing, it is a song that already exists, so I will take it for a grain of salt. But I like the way you wrote the melody. I like the lead. It just works really well. But holy man, the kick and the clap, they're ruining everything. The kick and the clap hate you. They're your worst ops. They don't want you to be happy. When you open your project next, look at your kick and your clap in the face and tell me that they don't hate you. Because they do. They do hate you. They don't want you to have fun. They don't want you to be the best happy hardcore artist of all time. They hate you. They don't want you to live. They would ruin your life if they were given the chance. I'm telling you, they would. Find a different kick and clap, please. They sound terrible. Okay, so for like hardcore style stuff, you're getting into like headhunter territory where the kicks and the claps are like sound design stuff. I guess not really claps, but like the kicks mainly. They're like sound design stuff themselves. Like I'm a little sound design freak. I consider myself like the sound design guy. I make tear out, okay? The people who make kicks are on the same level as me. They're like little freaks with sound designing kicks. So I can understand it's hard to find good kicks because it's just a big barrier to entry to make them sound good in a mix. The best you'll ever get is a sample, and you're out of luck if you want to do something like pitch them up or down. So it's just hard. So spend some time, learn how to make some hardstyle kicks, and hardcore kicks I think are kind of less crazy versions. Like they're still really distorted and they have a lot of weird tones, but they're mainly just regular dance kicks that go like do 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 do. Look up some kicks online for free, or what's that one guy? A Stone Bank. Try to make your own maybe. They're pretty easy to make. It's just like a song of pitching down. Listen to Stone Bake. He has a lot of good happy hardcore songs, and just try to take inspiration from him. That's really it. Your claps, I think you can outsource your claps something better. But the claps you're gonna hear in these songs are not just plain claps. They are claps layered with snares. And the type of claps they have are really digital sounding claps. Like they are synth claps. They aren't using any real clap at all. If you hear a clap that sounds real, they're using the wrong one. They need to sound like they have a really hard transient and they're really bright and noisy, and they need to not have a tail. When you hear a tail that goes like psh, and like, you know, it has like a fade out, that's not good. You don't want that. You want to sound like psh, like it's just a gate. It's on and off. You don't want anything that has a tail. So those are my advice for your song. The psh, 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 something like that. Yeah, this kick is just terrible. Your drums hate you. I think you should call the police if your drums do anything suspicious. They will kill your family. Just saying. Okay, moving on. Good luck with that, by the way. Moving on. Thank you for submitting, by the way. Good song. Please send me this when you have like good drums, because I'll be so happy. I will just be so happy. Okay, Phasia, it's your time to shine.
The Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian.
Welcome, dang bruh. And feel free to look around my Patreon and stuff. I have some good content.
Unholy assassins above. The cult survived, festering beneath the city. With me as the gate's everlasting poison. But no more. For poison is too slow a death. Now is the time for slaughter. Lord's
The vibe of this is really cool. It sounds like really deep and just visceral.
No more. I'm for slaughter.
I think you're high passing the vocals too much. I would like to hear some of that grit in the voice. Time for slaughter. Something cool like that.
Lord's tribe.
Okay, I'm not sure what kind of bass you're going for. It kind of makes you think you're going for like a gun bass, but the transient isn't present like at all. So I'm like thinking, is this a growl? So
Lord's tribe.
I'm putting at like 120, 110. You can keep the lows of the vocals as long as it's not taking away from other instruments. It sounds fine to high pass it in the drop, but over here, it's okay to just leave it pretty dry and not high pass it. But once it's up here, then yeah, high pass it. I think your sound design is okay. You have a nice tone, and it sounds gritty, but the movement of it is off-putting. Your movement is just kind of plain. You don't have any pushing or pulling. It's just bang dang 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 bang dang 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 dang. Like it's the same phrase happening. Add some variation. You can make it swing back and forth. Bang gang 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 gang. There's like a ton of ways you can do this. You can have like the first hit be long, and then the second hit can be short. So it's like like bang dun 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 dun, something like that. I also think the shape that you're automating it with, if you're using like Serum or something, is how do you even say this? Like it's too the automation is too flat. How do I even say this, man? Like too flat on top. Like I want to hear the in-betweens more, if that makes sense. Like between the 0 and 100 modulation, if that makes any sense at all. Like tell me if you understand what I'm saying. Something that's more like a triangle wave, where like you can hear the ramp slide up and it's only 100% for a moment and it slides back down. I think something more like that would be better, so that you can hear more of the movement in the automation, if that makes sense. And if you already have something like that is like that, just pull the slopes down so it's even, you hear even more of the movement, because I think the movement would sound really cool. It is a triangle. Well, I guess we're just out of luck. Nothing we can do ever. That could be true. Yeah, you could have too much processing. You could, if you have like a filter making a lot of the tone, you could just apply the filter afterwards, because I can imagine your OTT is like bringing all the high end back up, and sure, that is a problem, but then you can just undo that. You can just be like, okay, well, my OTT is too much. I can just automate the amount of my OTT, so it's only max mix when I want all the highs in or something, or like you can filter it afterwards. Like there's solutions to that. But I want to hear the in-betweens of the modulation more. I think it just sound more gritty. I think your drums are okay. Maybe your kick is a little too bright, but I think your snare sounds fine. Arrangement-wise, you can make it a little bit better. Yeah. I don't have much to say about this. It's pretty good. Just try some other things. You could render it out, and then one trick I do a lot is if I have like a gun bass and the gun bass is like way too long, I'll just render it out and then cut it, and then like I'll do like a Frankenstein. Like I'll take the transient and then I'll mix it in with the end of the sub, and then that way it sounds like really gritty and dry, but I'm not changing the automation at all. So it's just like I'm using the sample. Like I'm cutting in between, and then the second half of the sample is like the bass and the first half of the transient or something. Something like that, and make some cool tones. That could work if you wanted like a gun bass. You could try making a gun bass with that. That's my kick, and it's just too bright for this song. Could also just be your mix. Your mix is a little too bright too, now that I hear it more. And your vocals linger a little too much. I think you have like reverb or delay on the vocals, and so it's just kind of reflecting, which I think you could just do without. But yeah, thank you for submitting, Aphasia. Very wholesome. Thank you for being so wholesome. Wholesome Reddit post. Okay, we're on to Retcon. Oh my gosh. Why does Notepad have Microsoft Copilot installed on it? Nice. I don't have much to say about this except the sub is just non-existent. Like I don't hear the fundamental at all. Like it's just the harmonics. The arrangement, I like the sound design. It seems pretty good. Aside from the sub. That's a pretty cool part here. Yeah, I think it's just good. I mean, the sub is like the only problem. But thank you for submitting. And this is the final submission for today. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty cool. Your gun base needs some scoops and also needs the sub boost a little bit more. Your kick sounds a little funky, like the mids are really bright. Or not the bright, I guess, but like the really loud. And yeah, your clap is way too loud. Your other instruments need to be more present. Like you're surrounding this with Mexican stuff, like you're going for that theme. I don't hear any instruments at all, like in the drop. It's just the bass. So if you want to sound more authentic and like it has that Mexican flair, then just add more instruments in the drop section. It sounds cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It is the end of the stream now. No more submissions. Been a great pleasure reviewing your songs. As always, check out my Patreon stuff. I do videos weekly for like tutorials and sounds and requests. And I do this feedback weekly as well. So next Wednesday, 5 p.m. EST, you will see me live. And yeah, you can watch me there. And if you want to get early access to the feedback forum and be first in the feedback queue, then you can be a proud member of my Patreon and get access to my plates and just general unreleased songs as well. And yeah, also check out all my stuff on Patreon, my packs and all that. Having a new one coming very soon. I just did a pack with vocal screams and a lot of effects. So if you like glitches and stuff, then check it out. And metal screams, yeah. So yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you guys next week. And my members, you will see me Saturday probably. So yeah.